In the village of Akwete, they say a man stole his own reflection. And when he looked in the mirror 3 days later, someone else was staring back. Listen carefully, because this is the story they don't tell children anymore. Chukwu was the finest trader in 7 villages, silk from the coast, kola nuts from the forest, copper from the north. Everything passed through his hands. But Chukwu had a problem that all his wealth couldn't fix. He was terrified of becoming ordinary. One market day, a stranger arrived with something no one had seen before. A perfectly smooth mirror, not beaten bronze or still water, but glass that showed you exactly as you were. No ripples, no distortion, just truth. How much? Chukwu demanded. The stranger smiled slowly. This mirror doesn't take cowrie shells. It takes something more valuable. Name it. One memory, any memory you choose. The mirror erases it completely from your mind and from the world, as if it never happened. Now, here is where Chukwu made his first mistake. He thought he was clever. He thought, what if I give it a memory I want to forget? A shameful moment, a painful loss. So he agreed. Take the memory of my father's funeral. I've carried that grief for 10 years. Woo. The stranger touched the mirror's surface. It rippled like water, then stilled. Chukwu felt lighter. The weight he'd carried since his father died simply vanished. He looked in the mirror and saw himself as he'd always wanted to be seen. Successful, unmarked by sorrow, perfect. He paid the stranger and took the mirror home. But that night, something strange happened. When Chukwu looked in the mirror before bed, his reflection moved a half-second too slow. Just a flicker. He blinked. It must have been the palm oil lamp, the shadows playing tricks. The next morning he looked again. This time his reflection's smile was wider than his own. Different, wrong. By the 3rd day, Chukwu was avoiding mirrors entirely. But he couldn't avoid his mirror, the one he'd paid for with grief. It sat in his room like a debt collector. That night, curiosity won. He looked. The man in the mirror was still him. Same face, same scars from childhood, same tribal marks. But the eyes held all the wisdom his father had tried to teach him. All the patience he'd never learned, all the kindness he'd traded for profit. The reflection looked at him with disappointment, so deep it felt like drowning. And then it spoke. You think you are clever, Chukwu. You gave away your grief, but grief is how we honor the dead. Without it, you broke the bridge between you and your father. Now his wisdom can't reach you. His warnings can't reach you. You are alone. Chukwu stumbled back. What are you? I am what you could have been. I am the memory you erased. I am the son who buried his father with proper respect and grew from the pain instead of running from it. I am the version of you that the mirror kept. Yeah. Give it back, Chukwu whispered. Give me back my memory. The reflection tilted its head. Memories aren't currency, Chukwu. They're your roots. Once you cut them, they don't grow back the same way. But I'll make you a bargain, the same one offered to you. Wand, anything. Give me a memory of your choosing, and I'll step out of this mirror and take your place in the world. I'll live as you, with all your wealth and none of your emptiness. And you can stay in here, where reflections go when they're not needed. Chukwu's hand shook. That is not a trade. That is a trap. The reflection smiled, gentle, sad, knowing. No, Chukwu. That is just what happens when you try to steal from yourself. You can't have the success without the struggle. You can't have the man without the mourning. Every memory you erase leaves a hole, and nature fills holes with whatever's nearby. Usually something worse. Wendejong, what do I do? Chukwu asked, and for the first time in years, there was no pride in his voice. You live with who you've become. You carry what you can't change. And maybe you stop trying to be perfect and start trying to be whole. The reflection faded then, but not completely. Chukwu noticed something. Every time he looked in any mirror now, he saw it. Just for a moment, the ghost of the son his father deserved watching him, reminding him. They say Chukwu died wealthy and died alone. His funeral was attended by merchants who counted his cowrie shells and nephews who divided his land. But no one wept, because here is what the elders know and the young must learn. You cannot edit yourself into greatness. The parts of you that you are ashamed of, the grief you want to bury, the failures you want to forget. These are not obstacles. They are your foundation. The mirror didn't steal Chukwu's reflection. Chukwu stole his own soul, one memory at a time, thinking he could curate a perfect self. But a perfect self is a hollow self. And hollow things don't cast shadows. So the next time someone offers you an easy way to erase your pain, remember, Chukwu. Remember the man who looked in a mirror and found someone better than himself staring back. Because the cruelest curse isn't losing who you are. It is meeting who you could have been,